What is going on, everyone? This is Wagerbomb here, bringing you the latest news from Microsoft from its Xbox reveal today. It happened just a few hours ago. Microsoft finally rolled out with the next generation console. Now, they're dubbing this new console Xbox One, so known as Xbox 720 crap. So now we have Xbox One. Now, why they're calling it Xbox One, they really didn't get too far into that, so I really can't tell you. But pretty much what they're trying to go with is they want gamers to just stop watching and start feeling the actual environment around them. Now, one of the biggest things that I want to actually kind of go over is kind of the looks of this Xbox. As you guys can see from the picture that is up right meow, they're definitely going with that square look. Not like the original Xbox, where it was big and thumpy looking. And they're not going with that, I guess you can call it the modern design, where the Xbox 360 right now kind of flares and stuff like that. So they're kind of going with a more simplistic look. I'm liking this only because now I know I can sit there and put this Xbox right there on top of my cable box. I can put it right next to my cable box. I can put it underneath my cable box. And it's still going to kind of look nice, and it's not going to really clash too much with my entertainment system. Now, another big thing is if you look at this Kinect, the Kinect now is kind of odd and bulky and stuff like that. Now, I'm a little concerned of the actual camera placement, because the Kinect's cameras right now are right in the center of it. I'm kind of concerned about how the camera is going to be off there to the left-hand side, or right-hand side, depending on which way you really look at it. So, that's my big thing. The Microsoft Xbox controller has been pretty much the same from day one. They've pretty much slimmed it down a little bit more, blah, 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 with the new 360 and stuff like that. With the new Xbox, they're definitely keeping the same shape, but they did state that it's a more economical design, to where it actually feels a lot more natural in your hand. They also stated that the controller was put together by gamers, so hopefully this time this controller is going to feel a lot more natural in our hands. But I know myself, when I pick up a PS3 controller, it doesn't feel natural, only because I've been playing with the Xbox 360 controller for so long. One of the major things that they have changed is the D-pad. I personally can care less. I don't know why they would change the D-pad. I don't use the D-pad too often in the games that I play. I'm a thumbstick player, so I'm always using those thumbsticks, and I always have the divots in them. Alright, or the concaved. Alright, so that's the main thing. I really, really did like those, rather than having the big old bumpies on the PS3. So, now, getting into the system specs of this beast, as I'm going to call it. So, the original 360 has been running with 512 megabytes of RAM since launch. That is crap compared to the overhauled RAM on this bad boy. They're giving it 8 gigabytes of RAM. 8 gigabytes of RAM. Most older computers, I know my computer I was using a little while ago had 3 gigabytes of RAM. Alright. That is a huge overhaul on the RAM side of things. Alright, another thing, they are giving it an 8-core CPU. Insane. Most computers nowadays are running with the 8-core CPUs. Again, I was only running with a 4-core CPU back in the day. So, this is nuts to even have an 8-core CPU on this thing. They are giving it a 500 gigabyte hard drive. Not bad. I think they can do a little bit better, but not bad. 500 gigabytes is pretty good. You're going to be able to store a lot of your DLCs on it and stuff like that. I know with some of the DLCs that I download, some of them are close to 1.2 gigs or 1.4 gigs. So they do start adding up here and there. And I know a lot of people also sit there and put their games on the hard drive because it stops that spinning. You don't have to worry about laser burn or anything like that if you're leaving your console on. So 500 gigabytes is definitely good. Hopefully they're going to be able to upgrade that later on, or even maybe put an external hard drive on it. Nah, you never know. Another big thing is we are finally getting a Blu-ray drive. Why they've taken so long on the Blu-ray drive, I do not know. PlayStation 3 has had it since they've launched. Alright, now the thing with that is the original PS3, when it originally launched, it had backwards compatibility. I'm not too sure if this Xbox is going to have backwards compatibility or not. Hopefully it can, but I'm not going to sit there and wham on it if it doesn't. It's also going to have the HDMI in and out and a USB 3.0 port. Now you did hear me say in and out. In and out. Nice. So, an HDMI in and an HDMI out. So that HDMI in definitely could mean that you can hook your cable box to it. Maybe. You never know. They really didn't go too far into that one either. Now, again, back to the Kinect. The Kinect now has a 1080p camera. Pamp. A 1080p camera. It's also going to have a USB 3.0, and also, the console is going to have a USB 3.0 ports as well. And the reason why they're doing that is because the data streaming is going to be so much faster. Alright, it also has a wider field of view. So what that means is it's going to be able to motion track you a lot better. So you're going to be able to sit there and see your thumbs move. You're going to probably even be able to see yourself blink. I'm not too sure, but it looks pretty nice. Another major thing that they did announce is the Kinect can pick up your heartbeat. So for those of you that sit there and play the workout games on the Kinect, like I believe Zumba maybe. I'm just throwing Zumba out there. Zumba is a kind of a workout game, I guess. The Kinect now is going to be able to track your heartbeat for you, so it's going to sit there and show on screen your heartbeat. I find that pretty cool. In the same sense, I find it pretty creepy that a camera is able to do that. But really cool. So the new controller has an integrated battery compartment. So what that means is no longer are you going to have to sit there and change out your batteries. There's going to be a rechargeable battery in it. Now, if they're going to supply a wire to connect to your console or not, I'm not too sure. But more than likely, I don't think they won't. They're going to have the integrated Wi-Fi it's obviously what they've been doing already. Like, I don't understand why they don't go more towards the Bluetooth. But I don't know. Like, I personally, I think the Bluetooth might have a better response from the controller to the console. But that's just my personal opinion. Now they're going to have an impulse force feedback triggers. I'm not too sure what they really mean by that, but my guess is that you're not going to have to squeeze those triggers as much, which is really good for the first-person shooter guys. But again, just to throw a name out there, what's that going to happen with Scuff? I think Scuff might be going out. I don't know. But again, we don't know if you're able to use the older controllers on the new Xbox One. Again, that's all to be tested out, and I'm pretty sure they're going to reveal more stuff at E3. And like I already said, the silly little directional pad. I don't know why. Alright, so they also demonstrated some of the entertainment features on this, including something that they are calling switching. Now with switching, it lets you connect to cable, then switch between live TV, games, movies, and music, all just by using a voice command. I kind of find that pretty cool, but it's something that they already really had with the Xbox 360's Kinect, but it wasn't as involved. They're there's an interactive layering of data over TV programming. So what that means is, so when you're watching, like, say, a football game on ESPN, on the ESPN app, right? Now you can sit there and also link up your fantasy league. So say you got Eli Manning on your fantasy league, right? He throws for a touchdown, blah blah blah, 6 points for your fantasy team. All right. So what that's going to do now is it's going to automatically switch to that play for you, and on the side you're going to see all, like, your entire fantasy league, and it's going to show Eli Manning pop up with 6 points on him. Now that's pretty cool. I don't play fantasy leagues, but I know a few people that do, and it's gonna make it probably a bit easier for them to actually sit there and track the fantasy. All right. Another thing that they definitely introduced was the interactive guide for live TV. It's definitely fully voice controllable. Now, what this means is, say you don't know what channel Spike is on, and so you're sitting there flipping through your channels and stuff like that. All you gotta say is Spike TV. Bam! It's gonna switch you right to the channel for you. That's pretty cool. Skype is also a key item in the non-gaming feature set. So they didn't go too far into the Skype side of things, but again, that's something that they're more than likely going to be revealing more at E3. So on to the game side of things. They really didn't show too many games this year. Oh, not this year, I should say, at the reveal. But the ones that they did were mostly EA Sports. So EA Sports took the stage and they announced Madden, FIFA. They got NBA Live, UFC. Those are 4 games that they did announce that will be coming out over the next year. One thing that they did announce, which I think you FIFA fans might really, really like, is for FIFA 2014, only on Xbox One, they have an exclusive called Ultimate Team. Now, what that is, they didn't go too far into, so I don't really know. Again, something I'm really hoping that E3 brings out. So Microsoft Studios, everyone knows those guys. They showed off the awesome Forza 5 teaser trailer. I was pretty stoked about that. They also did announce that Forza 5 will be a launch title. Pimp. Another game that they kind of showed on was Quantum Break. Really what I got out of the teaser is it's kind of like a time-bending sci-fi horror title. I'm not quite sure. The guys who are making it brought you Alan Wake, and so that's kind of what I'm getting out of it. It might be a horror title. I could be wrong on that. Again, they didn't go too far into it. So Microsoft and all of its pretty much partners are going to roll out 15 exclusive games for Xbox One. So that's 15 exclusive games. That's a huge number. A huge number. And they're also going to be including 8 brand new franchises. So what does that mean for us? We'll find out, I guess. So obviously one of the most exciting reveals was from Activision. Everyone loves the Call of Duty games. I personally do. It's one of my favorite franchises that I've been playing. So, again, Xbox One gamers, we are in the luck. We get first dibs on all DLC content from Call of Duty Ghost. So, what does that mean? PS4 guys, you gotta wait, just like always. So, they have revamped the multiplayer aspect of this. Now, you're gonna see a lot more dynamic events in the maps themselves. So you can sit there and be running by, and all of a sudden one of the guys blows up a thing of logs, and they start rolling down on you. Bam, you're dead. Environment just killed you. So that's really cool. I'm definitely liking that part. So a few other things that they did announce was the new Halo live-action TV series produced by Steven Spielberg. That makes me kind of excited. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of stopped playing Halo. Halo just didn't get me anymore, so I wasn't that big of a fan of the last few Halos, but I don't know. Anyways, so that's pretty much wrapping it up, guys. That's all I've really found out so far. That's all I really announced at this reveal. Again, the new Xbox One is centering around the entertainment side of things. And they definitely did say that we will be seeing more at E3. So, if you guys are wondering where you're going to be able to catch E3, it's going to be on Spike. Alright, guys? It's no more G4 TV. Now, all of our gaming stuff is going to be on Spike. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for staying tuned for so long. I really do appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.